Standard 8th, Subject English, Chapter number 1.4 Revathi's Musical Plants. Revathi was a student of music. She was happy playing on her violin whenever she was free. Being a student of music means she was interested in music. She was learning music. And she used to play on her violin. She was a violinist. She was playing on her violin whenever she was free, whenever she was not doing any other work. There was a small open courtyard in front of her house with a small cement bench. Courtyard is the front lawn, the garden in front of her house. She would sit on the bench and practice on her violin. There were a few potted plants in the courtyard. Her courtyard had a few plants which were in pots. They were not directly planted in the soil. While playing on the violin one day, she noted a pot of balsam. Balsam is a plant which is thrown away carelessly here and there. She noted a pot of balsam plants near the wall. The plants were not looking normal. They had pale green leaves and their growth was stunted. Slow growth, shunted growth. She remembered she had learned in her lower classes that plants need light for normal growth. Lower classes means the primary section. She shifted the pot to the center of the courtyard where there was ample sunlight, where there was enough sunlight for the plant to grow. While shifting the pot, an idea struck Revathi. Why not participate in the best plant contest which was to be held in her colony a few weeks later? Then and there she decided to participate. Thus, making up her mind, she watered the plants and sat down on the bench and started playing her violin. She was very fond of the raga Mohanam. There are different ragas in which instruments can be played and songs can be sung. One of them is Raga Mohanam. That was her favorite. She played the raga for some time and then went inside for her studies. Every day, Revathi would sit on the bench and watch her potted plants. They were growing well and looking healthier than the other plants in the far end of the courtyard. Now, the plants that were near her, that were near the center of the courtyard, they were looking much better than the plants that were planted away from her at the far end of the courtyard. One day, as she was playing, she noticed a movement in her potted plants. They were slowly moving their stems, bending slightly towards her. This was not because of the breeze. She wondered why they were moving as there was no breeze. It struck her as odd, means it looked very strange to her. The next evening, too, she played on her violin as usual and watched the potted plants with care. After some time, like the previous day, there was a definite movement in her plants. They all bent towards her. This astonished and surprised her. That day also, there was no breeze. If any one of you has noticed the sunflower, it always faces the sun. When the sun is rising from the east, all the sunflowers are facing the east towards the sun. And as the sun moves, the sunflowers also move their direction. They change their facing of the direction. Revathi sat on the bench and played a different tune, one with a quick rhythm. Mohanam was having a slow rhythm. She suddenly saw all the plants turn away from her as though they did not like what she was playing. Then she started playing her favorite tune again, the Mohanam Raga again, and the plants slowly straightened themselves and bent towards her.